Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening, students, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, children, cousins, sisters, brothers, faculty, and staff. I am so pleased to see you all out here this evening, and I'm so glad it didn't pour down rain on you outside. Isn't that fantastic? I was getting a lot of grief for having some of the reception outside, so I'm very pleased that it wasn't terrible weather. So we still had some of our graduates come in, as you noticed, 2 by 2. We were afraid we would have to have an arc this year, but we lucked out. So it's my job tonight to keep things moving along, and that's what we will do. At this time, I'd like to introduce the platform party, and if you could please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced, I'd appreciate it. First, a special thank you to Ashley Lingenfelter for singing the national anthem. She's a Kent State Columbiana campus student, and she attends the East Liverpool and Salem campuses. Dr. Robert Dorman, Robert, would you please stand? The director of the School of Biomedical Sciences and professor in Biological Sciences. Dr. Melissa DiNardo, assistant dean, the Salem campus. Ms. Shelley Lingenfelter, director of Enrollment Management and Student Services for the Columbiana County campuses. And our speaker this evening, Randy Calhoun, who is a 1970 Kent State alum and our speaker. And Joe Sedgmack, the chair of our Salem Advisory Board Committee. And our student speakers, Ms. Michael Crook, Casey Jaqalina, and Chelsea Figlie. Thank you all. I'm not going to read the bio for Randy Calhoun, but I want to tell you a few things about him. Randy is the type guy who, when you call and you need something, you want to talk to him about something that's going on educationally in Columbiana County, he's there to help. I believe that he has done an outstanding job with the Buckeye Online School for Success. He's going to tell you a little bit about it tonight. But some of the things he has done they have been incredibly innovative. And the best part about him is he's an alumni of Kent State University, and he gives back to his community. And that's something that I think is very special. So I would encourage you all to listen attentively to Randy. I've heard it once already at East Liverpool, and they absolutely loved it. And I think you will too. He has a little something for you. Randy?
Thank you. Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Columbiana County, Kent State, Salem graduates, class of 2011. And again, as Jeff Nolte referred, that's coming from the class of 70, Randy Calhoun, 41 years ago. Students, 41 years go by like that. It'll happen to you, time will fly. Enjoy tonight. I'm honored to be here. I love celebrations. You graduates have a lot to celebrate and a lot to be proud of. You deserve this time, so enjoy it and embrace it. Your dean and my good friend, Jeff Nolte, is a tremendous advocate for Kent State University. He gets it. He's outside the box. He loves doing innovative things himself. He started partnering with businesses and partnering with school districts before it became a trend, and now soon to be before it's being mandated by the government. But besides being a tremendous advocate for Kent State, he's a tremendous advocate for young people. He loves helping people succeed. He understands giving back and understanding our responsibility to help others is so important. Before I continue, he told me to keep this under an hour and a half, so if somebody just kind of wave if I go over an hour. No, seriously, I'm just kidding. I'll probably be about 2 seconds here. But all of you graduates are very lucky. Each one of you, I'm sure, have been encouraged by many, and all of you have been challenged and engaged by parents, friends, teachers, and many others And now you are being empowered with a diploma to move on and do more. I remember I said you're being empowered to do that. You're not being entitled. Aye. Where is it? Entitlement is not what a diploma is. No one owes you anything because you had the diploma. You have to keep working, keep learning, keep earning, and keep returning. That'll be my little tiny theme here tonight. Think about how fortunate you are, all of you, that Kent State Columbiana has 2 campuses and the diversified offerings that they both offer right here in Columbiana County. I'm sure many of you might not be graduating today if the universities weren't as close to you as they are. The flexibility is awesome also. With the diploma comes responsibility. Again, you learn, never quit learning. You earn, you'll never have enough money. And return. You need to return back and do back good things for the people who helped you. A few years ago, I heard Jerome Bettis, the running back for the Steelers, give a speech, and he talked about learning, earning, and returning as if it was 3 stages of life. He said, you learn in junior high, you go to high school. He talked about how he went to Notre Dame, and he got a great education, and he thanked all of his teachers and all of his advisors and all his coaches. Then he went on to the NFL and made a lot of money as an NFL running back. So he thought that was phase 2 of his life. And now he's returning. He started some charities, he gives of his time, but he thought it was stages. I think actually learning, earning, and returning is a continuum. You must continue to learn your entire life, and you must continue to earn, and you have to return. I've learned more in my last 6 years than I did the 30 previous years. Something to think about. I graduated from Kent in 1970. I wanted to get married. I wanted to teach school. I wanted to have a couple kids, and then I wanted to retire. And I did all that, and now I'm 52 years old, and I'm bored. So what a strange, that was 50 years old, 12 years ago. What's strange is that right now, I'm doing something that was not even a thought or a dream in 1970. I'm employed at a cyber school with kids being taught online. Kids in East Liverpool and Salem log on in the morning and take French, physics, science, 8th grade social studies with kids in Toledo, Columbus, and Portsmouth, and they have a teacher right there with them. That teacher can get online and show them a video. The teacher can have them interact with each other, work in small group sessions, all done online. In 1970, what was online? My clothes was online, drying. Nobody knew what online was. Now, just for the record, how many graduates out here right now, you don't have to raise your hand, but how many of you got a text message since you sat down? Probably everybody. That's my point. My point is the world is shrinking. There was a book written about the world is flat, which is something to do with that. And the world is also now, the speed of technology is a runaway train. Things are changing overnight. Everything, computers are getting smaller. 2, 5, 10 years from now, most of you will be earning a living, probably doing something that you haven't even heard of yet. Your degree is a great step, and your degree has taught you discipline and taught you that you need to learn. But you better be ready to change. You better welcome change, embrace change. If you resist change, you will be left behind. So be ready for change. We talked about learning. We talked about earning. I want to spend a few thoughts about returning. The responsibility I mentioned that comes with a diploma is the charge to return back to your family, your friends, your community. You need to give back. You need to start helping civic organizations, youth sports, church activities, get involved with food shelters, join your alumni association, do something. You don't always need to give by writing a check or handing somebody $20. Give your time, your talents, your resources. Give a smile. Pick somebody up someday by giving a smile or opening a door for somebody or helping carry a bag out for somebody at the grocery store. You can give back without having a fortune. I carry a silver dollar in my pocket, and I have carried this silver dollar for over 40 years. And a lot of people think I carry it for luck or some kind of superstition, and it probably started out that way. I want to tell you how I got this silver dollar. I was 10 or 12 years old, and I had a paper route in East Liverpool. So you put the bag on, you pass out 100 papers, and then every Friday you'd have to go knock on the door and get the people to give you your 42 cents because there was no Sunday paper, and the East Liverpool Review cost 7 cents a day, which was 42 cents for the week. And I was really excited when somebody would give me 2 quarters or 5 dimes and say, keep the change. It really meant a lot to me to get that 8 cents. If half the people did that, you know, I got $4 for the week. And that was a lot of money. One day, an elderly lady on my paper route, her name was Mrs. Fleming, gave me this silver dollar and said, keep the change. So I went grinning ear to ear, went 2, 3 doors down, and finally I thought to myself, this lady probably didn't realize she gave me a silver dollar. She probably thought it was a 50-cent piece. So I walked back 2 or 3 houses down and knocked on the door. Mrs. Fleming came out, and I said, hey, I said, you gave me this, and I think you didn't mean to. She said, oh, Randy, I didn't mean to give you that. I meant to give you a 50-cent piece. And I said, well, that's what I thought. And she smiled at me, and she said, you know what? Just keep that silver dollar for being so honest. She said, there's a lesson learned for you today. Be honest. So she gave me this silver dollar. So I went home, and I had that silver dollar for about an hour. And my mom came home, and I told her what happened, and she said, give me that silver dollar. And she said, I'll give it back to you when I think you won't lose it. Well, in 1970, when I graduated from Kent State, she gave me back my silver dollar. And I've been carrying it ever since. What that silver dollar means to me now is if I reach in my pocket at lunchtime and I feel that silver dollar, I think to myself, who did I help today? Did I make somebody smile? Did I do something good? And if my answer is no, then I say, boy, I just wasted a half a day. I can't get that half a day back. So I make darn sure that afternoon I do something for somebody. And that's what you all need to remember to do, is help somebody every day. Now, most of you don't have a silver dollar, and you shouldn't need a lucky piece or anything to carry with you to do it. But you're all going to be a little richer when you leave this stage, not for the words I'm saying today, but I brought you all a silver dollar. And I'm going to give you a silver dollar when you get your diploma. And I want you to remember, every time you see that silver dollar, it's supposed to remind you to do something good for somebody. With Dean Nolte's permission, that is. An individual in this room is probably not going to change the world, but every individual in this room has the opportunity and the responsibility and the obligation to change somebody's world a little less lucky or in a little worse position than they are. You can all change somebody's world every day. Now, Dean Nolte, I want to close by saying I was a Kent grad. I went to Kent State East Liverpool in 1968, and I went to main campus and graduated. And it's going to continue. I have a grandson who's a senior in Lisbon High School. He went to Kent Salem a couple weeks ago, took some exams to get in. He has his schedule lined up. He has 13 hours. He's taking chemistry and a couple other things. I don't know. He wants to go into exercise physiology. So you guys will graduate in 2011, me in 1970. And hopefully my grandson will graduate in 4 years. And I promise you this, and I guarantee you, he will get a great education at Kent State. And Kent State, someday, he will make Kent State proud. Just like you guys are getting your diploma here very shortly, and now you have to go out and make Kent State proud. Good luck.
It's my pleasure now to introduce, and Randy, there's one thing he didn't tell you. I've got it. His grandson, tonight, he's making great sacrifice, has his senior prom this evening, so he wasn't able, that's the bad news, or well, it's crazy news. The good news is we're taking Randy out to dinner at the place where his grandson is having the prom. So he's going to get... So it works out. It's my pleasure now to introduce our advisory board chair, Mr. Joe Sedgmack. If you want to be a doctor, we can arrange that, Joe. Joe is truly an example of someone who has given back to the community and has, in particular, given back to Kent State Salem, and we appreciate all he's done. So, Joe, thank you.
It's my honor tonight to introduce to you our three student speakers, Michael Crook, Casey Jaqalina, and Chelsea Figlie. Our first speaker is Michael Crook. Michael is a 2006 graduate of Columbiana High School and resides in New Waterford. In 2009, Michael earned his Associate of Applied Sciences with a specialty in computer tomographic from Kent State Salem. He is currently employed as a radiologic technologist at Salem Community Hospital. Today, graduating with the highest honor, summa cum laude, Michael will receive his bachelor's in radiologic and imaging science with a specialty in nuclear medicine. Michael would like to recognize his father and sister who are in attendance today, along with his 4 grandparents. Would they please stand and be recognized?
Thank you. Well, I don't know how I can follow Mr. Randy there. He was pretty good, and I don't know how many silver dollars to pass out, so just kind of bear with me here as I present you with my wonderful speech. And most speeches start out with, you have some kind of famous quote or even a word picture to grab the audience's attention. And I sat down and wrote this speech 2 days ago, and I really had no clue where to go. But, this one time I heard about these atoms. And these 2 atoms, they were walking along, and the one looks over the other one. He's like, oh man, I think I lost an electron. He's like, the other one looks at him, kind of puzzled, and he says, are you sure? He says, yeah, I'm positive. What you can take from many phrases can be made from that one word, positive. Be positive, think positive, have a positive outlook on life. So graduates, as we walk up on this stage to receive our diploma, think about your future and the career goals you hope to achieve. Most students, as they enter college for the first time, are either undecided on their major or end up changing it many times over the course of their education. But not me. As I graduated from high school, I had the goal of attending Kent State Salem and earning my bachelor's in nuclear medicine. Although becoming a nuclear medicine technologist would not be the easiest route to take, I knew it was what I wanted to do all along. I enjoy working with cutting-edge technology and helping people. 2 things my career choice offers me every day. The job market in nuclear medicine technology field is not the strongest right now, so I also decided to obtain multiple degrees to better my odds at landing my dream job. I started out with my associate's degree in radiologic technology and went on from there. Seeing as how more and more these days the modalities in radiology are becoming fused, from PET-CT to PET-MRI, and even the fusion of ultrasound with CT and MRI, I knew becoming registered in more than one specialty would make me more desirable in today's job market. I went straight from graduating with my bachelor's degree in nuclear medicine to the computer tomography program. I knew this would be a wise decision in the long run, even though I had had just about enough of school and was more than ready to be finished. But standing here before you today, I can say my efforts have paid off. I already have 2 college degrees and will soon be receiving a certificate in computer tomography. And although my future is still uncertain, I know without a doubt all of my education, I will soon find employment and have a successful career. I would like to congratulate the class of 2011. You have worked hard and your efforts have finally paid off. I wish you all the best of luck as you leave here today and achieve your dreams. Again, congratulations.
Our next speaker is Casey Jaqalina, who just this morning sat for her national registration exam, so she's had a very busy day. Casey graduated from Austintown Fitch in 2009 before beginning work on her Associate of Applied Science and Radiologic Technology, which she will receive today. Having a grade point average of 4.0, she is graduating with honors with distinction. Today in the audience, she has her parents, her two brothers, and her boyfriend. Would they please stand and be recognized? She currently works at St. Joseph's Health Center in Warren and plans to earn her certificate in CAT scan and eventually plans to graduate with her bachelor's degree in radiologic technology and imaging science.
I passed my registry, by the way. So unlike Michael said, I am going to start my speech off with a quote, but I do think it's kind of an important one. Henry David Thoreau once said, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined." This is especially meaningful to all of the graduates sitting here today. Each one of us started with a goal and persisted to work diligently towards that goal to bring us to this position today. I applaud all of today's graduates for their hard work and effort, knowing that it wasn't always easy, and at times it was very stressful. But you've made it, you're graduating, and you should be proud. As we look forward to all of the possibilities that lie ahead, as we now have that piece of paper that means so much in our culture today, let us first look back to what brought us to this day. At the very beginning of my time here at Kent State Salem, I was told that everyone would end up in the same place at the end of our education, but no one would arrive in that place the exact same way. Standing in front of you today, I can finally recognize this to be true. Each one of us is coming out of this experience quite different people than we went in. We've each been shaped in some way by our experiences, by the people we have met, and by the growing up that we have had to do. When those of us that applied to the radiology program sat through the interview process, we each sat in front of our instructors, Jan, Margie, Carol, and Judy, and told them how we wanted to help people. Did we really know what we were saying? Did we really know that we would actually be able to make someone's day just by listening? Or that someone would be so grateful to us just for being a nice person? These are the experiences that not only reinforced my aspirations for this career, but also made me realize how much I can truly help others. I challenge each and every one of you not to lose that passion for your career, and not to turn into the people we promised ourselves we wouldn't. I hope that you will step up to teach the future generations within our profession, keeping in mind how difficult learning new things can be. I challenge you to learn from your mistakes and grow as a person from them. I challenge you to rise above any obstacles you might face throughout your life, and to remember how you feel at this moment, that anything is possible. There are a lot of people to thank tonight, because we all know that we couldn't have made it through these past years without the help and support of the wonderful people surrounding us today. I would like to thank all the parents. Your support means so much. Thanks for listening to us complain about 10-page papers and 3 tests in one day. I would also like to thank all of the professors for being available, for sharing your knowledge, for listening and laughing with us. You deserve recognition for all of your hard work. Thank you to the college as well for providing us with an atmosphere that felt more like a family than a building full of strangers. So as much as this ceremony marks the end of a chapter of our lives, it marks the beginning of an even larger one. I hope that all of you go on to do great things with the Kent State name behind you. Whatever your goals in life may be, I wish you luck. So when things get difficult, as our instructor Margie told us this last semester, when you're going through hell, you just have to keep on going. Because at some point you end up on the bright side of things. In our case, we made it to graduation, even when the work seemed endless and the weeks seemed like years. I'm so glad that we all kept on going together. Congratulations, class of 2011. We did it.
Our final speaker tonight is Chelsea Figlie, who is graduating with her certificate in medical billing. Throughout her entire program, Chelsea earned all A's and has a 4-point grade point average. She plans on returning to school to complete a master's in counseling. Chelsea resides in East Palestine, where she graduated from East Palestine High School. A power lifter, Chelsea competes in national powerlifting competitions in order to qualify as a contender for the 2012 Paralympics, which will be held in London. Last summer, she represented the United States and Malaysia at the International Paralympic Committee's Powerlifting World Champions. In November, she will go to Guadalajara and compete in the Pan American Games. With her to celebrate today's achievement are her parents, brother, and grandfather, along with her personal trainer and his family. Would they please stand and be recognized?
What is a hero? Christopher Reeve said, "A hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles." Here is a story about obstacles. In 1982, there was a couple expecting a baby girl. As the mother's due date was nearing, she went to have a routine internal examination. The nurse was concerned that the baby was breech, so she brought the doctor in. To the woman's relief, the baby was not breech. Unfortunately, the doctor continued on to say that it was her baby's head that felt so mushy. He then said to the woman, "Don't worry, it's just stuff you see in medical books." The woman went to see her husband at his workplace. She said to him, "Our baby has a mushy head." She then went home and cried. But before her husband arrived home that evening, she had stopped crying and decided that she was just going to raise her baby as normal as possible. That night, she went into labor. The baby girl was born with spina bifida and a side effect of hydrocephalus, which is water on the brain. She was rushed to Akron Children's Hospital, where she endured back surgery upon arrival and later the insertion of a shunt. She was placed in an incubator, unable to be held by her parents until she was discharged. After almost 3 weeks, the couple was able to take her home. The little girl had 10 surgeries in her first 12 years of life. She had no feeling from her waist down, so she learned to walk with braces and crutches. She had countless medications, hospitalizations, and doctor's visits from her toddler to adolescent years. As she became a teen, the illnesses subsided. She had no obvious learning or functional effects from the pressure on her brain before birth. She managed the high school sports teams, got her driver's license and a car with hand controls, then went on to volunteer in her community and also gain a medical transcription certification. I was that baby girl born in 1982. Tonight I'm graduating with a certification in medical billing and coding that I obtained last year while simultaneously training and competing in powerlifting. I'm told often that I am a hero to people. I say, I'm only doing what I know I need to do to live my life normally. I was born with my circumstances, so I don't know any different. I don't always take it as happily as I could. Then again, I don't know anyone who always does that. Yet I've never looked at someone else's trials and thought I would rather have theirs than mine. I look at others as being the heroes. People who also count themselves as only doing what they know to do. Yet to me, it means everything. One of my favorite quotes is by Brandy Snyder. To the world you may be just one person, but to one person, you just may be the world. It is our own self that minimizes our life story and doesn't believe we have enough of an impact on others to be counted as heroic. But we do. Everyone is a hero to someone. My parents are just regular people going about their lives as they know how to, yet people have asked me time and again, how did they deal with it, with the same starry-eyed look as when I'm told I'm a hero. My personal trainer is a hero. I can't imagine making training programs for 40 sessions a week, let alone for someone who doesn't have the use of half of their body. He's just an ordinary guy fulfilling his dream of owning a gym. Yet when people hear stories of the extra time and dedication that is involved in training me, it's said that he is as much of a hero as I am. It doesn't make you a hero because you can sing, dance, act, or play sports. Overcoming hardships and negative outside influences in order to achieve your dreams and taking the time to help someone else find their purpose in life is what makes a hero. The dream of a housewife or a volunteer is of no lesser worth than the dream of an astronaut or a movie star. Each of you in this graduating class is a hero to someone. It may be to your own child, a coworker, one of your past professors, or a person that you helped in the grocery store. Everyone is a hero, because everyone is an ordinary person persevering and enduring despite overwhelming obstacles. We are all of different backgrounds and ages and graduating with different degrees. However, all of our accomplishments are of great importance. There is a purpose for the path that led you here today, and undoubtedly you touched many lives that you would not have otherwise encountered. In conclusion, I leave you with this quote by Ayn Rand. Do not let your fire go out, sparked by irreplaceable spark in the hopeless swamps of the approximate, the not quite, the not yet, and the not at all. Do not let the hero in your soul perish in lonely frustration for the life you deserved but have never been able to reach. Check your road and the nature of your battle. The world you desired can be won. It exists, it is real, it is possible, it is yours.
Please hold your applause. Please hold your applause until all candidates have been introduced. Will the candidates for the Certificate of Medical Billing please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Associate of Arts please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Associate of Applied Business in Accounting please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Associate of Applied Business in Business Management Technology please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education Technology please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Associate of Applied Science in Human Services Technology please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Associate of Applied Science in Radiologic Technology please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Associate of Technical Studies in Individualized Program please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in English please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Radiologic and Imaging Sciences in Computed Tomography please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Radiologic and Imaging Sciences in Nuclear Medicine please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Computer Technology please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Education please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Human Development and Family Studies please present themselves? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing please present themselves?
Dean Nolte, upon recommendation of the faculty of the Salem campus of Kent State University, we present these students to you as candidates for the associate and baccalaureate degrees in their respective programs. They have satisfied all requirements for the appropriate degrees as determined by their academic departments.
Under the authority of the laws of the state of Ohio and the designation of the Kent State University Board of Trustees and President Lefton, I confer upon each of you the degree appropriate to your academic program of study. Please present yourselves at the podium, and I will present you with such evidence.
Chelsea Figlie, Medical Billing Certificate. Crystal Miller, Medical Billing Certificate. Cody Kopic, Associate of Arts. Jody Nicely, Associate of Arts. Rachel Shantz, Associate of Arts. Jordan Stein, Associate of Arts. Sean Eltringham, Associate of Applied Business, Accounting Technology with distinction. Cynthia Floyd, Associate of Applied Business, Accounting Technology with distinction. Gerald Boring, Associate of Applied Business, Business Management Technology with distinction. Janet Glasser, Associate of Applied Business, Business Management Technology with distinction. Jody Biedka, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Education Technology. Pamela Cooper Blue, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Education Technology. Ashley Gilbert, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Education Technology. Stephanie Lynn, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Education Technology with distinction. Brittany Sodergren, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Education Technology. Stacy Young, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Education Technology. Lois Barker, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Jonathan Bland, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Joe Brothman, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Amanda Eskin, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Janet Hay, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Bonita Paulini, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Michelle Taylor, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Jennifer Wilson, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Sierra Ammon, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Autumn Arnold, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Rebecca Clark, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Kelly Crone, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Rebecca Eels, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology. Tara Farmer, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology. Caitlin Greist, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Kelly Greist, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Colleen Harris, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology. Jessica Hipley, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Catherine Jaqalina, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Lisa Murdoch, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Heidi Prislipsky, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Sean Schobinger, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology. Lindsay Shannon, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Susan Sherman, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology. Bridget Spooler, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology. Christine Strang, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology with distinction. Alicia Syme, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology. Lindsay Thau, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology, with distinction. Sam Vuletic, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology, with distinction. Ashley Woolbert, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology, with distinction. Hannah Zimmerman, Associate of Applied Science, Radiologic Technology, with distinction. Casey Boykin, Associate of Technical Studies, Individualized Program, with distinction. Lisa Finley, Associate of Technical Studies, Individualized Program, and Medical Billing Certificate. Tina Schaefer, Associate of Technical Studies, Individualized Program, and Medical Billing Certificate. Amy McClish, Bachelor of Arts, English, cum laude. Lisa Atkins, Bachelor of Radiologic and Imaging Sciences, Computed Tomography, summa cum laude. Associate of Technical Studies in Radiologic Technology. Natalie Flott, Bachelor of Radiologic and Imaging Sciences, Computed Tomography, magna cum laude. Michael Mosey, Bachelor of Radiologic and Imaging Sciences, Computed Tomography, cum laude. Raylene Romito, Bachelor of Radiologic and Imaging Sciences, Computed Tomography, cum laude. Michael Crook, Bachelor of Radiologic and Imaging Sciences, Nuclear Medicine, summa cum laude. William Blankenship, Bachelor of Science, Computer Technology. Erica Lewis, Bachelor of Science in Education, Early Childhood Education. Courtney Wright, Bachelor of Science in Education, Early Childhood Education. Candace De La Rosa, Bachelor of Science, Human Development and Family Studies, and the Associate of Arts. Sarah Geis, Bachelor of Science, Human Development and Family Studies, cum laude. Marissa Medor, Bachelor of Science, Human Development and Family Studies. Crystal Neve, Bachelor of Science, Human Development and Family Studies, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Linda Peterson, Bachelor of Science, Human Development and Family Studies, magna cum laude. Jennifer Phillips, Bachelor of Science, Human Development and Family Studies, cum laude, and Associate of Applied Science in Human Services Technology. Katie Burns, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Corey Crump, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Stephanie Davidson, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Jennifer Davis, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Michelle Davis, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Nicole Derringer, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Stephanie Hilliard, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Taylor Cayley, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Sally Martin, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Tiffany Maley, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Jennifer McElroy, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Natalie Medore, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Kelly Schock, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, cum laude.
Congratulations, sir.
John Shadusky, Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Congratulations, sir.
Scott Vignall, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Amanda Wheeler, Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Graduates, would you please rise? Uh-oh, what happened? So everybody is $1 richer. It's a good thing because he said he only had 2 more left. The moment you've been waiting for, you may now turn your tassels. Congratulations, graduates of the 2011 Kent State Class. Thank you for attending this evening. Will the audience please remain seated until all those in cap and gown have exited the auditorium, and let the recessional begin. Here we go.